Hello, welcome back everybody to our truck rebuild. It's been a good few days since we picked up the camera because we've been really slack when it comes to doing videos. So we've been back from VanLife Festival. We had an amazing time there. Truck performed awesomely for a shakedown. We had one little issue, our own fault. We hadn't tightened up the drain in the bathroom sink. So the first time we used it, we got water everywhere, but not a problem. We just mopped it all up, fixed it up, right as rain now. So we thought we'd give you a bit of an update as to where we are, what we've done. Let's see if we can remember. So first of all, we came back from VanLife on Sunday. That was like a 3.5, 4 hour drive, steady away. So we got back on the Sunday. Monday, she went back to AirTech in Thirsk, and Ollie has fitted us a new diesel air heater. That's a 2 kilowatt one. So we've got 2 kilowatt air heater, a 5 kilowatt water heater been fitted as new, and they will be our go-tos for hot water and heating. We decided to have new ones so that we make sure that we can actually rely on them going forwards. The last thing we want is to be out in the middle of nowhere and a 20-year-old heater packs up. So we thought we would invest in new ones, that way we know that they're good. Our original water heater, Ollie's also fitted that on the side of the small locker. So that's been fitted to the back of the box, and that's our old 5 kilowatt heater. That's teed into the truck engine. So in the winter, we can flick a switch, turn that on, and that'll preheat the engine for us. He also connected up the coolant pipes for the calorifier that we talked about to the truck, which he's actually teed into for the preheater. So it means whilst we're driving the truck, well, we drove it back from AirTech. It took us like 40 minutes. And when we got home, we had piping hot water, and the box was nice and warm and toasty because I had the blower going to test it. So that all works really well. Happy with that. So we've got one or two little bits to finish off with that. We've got a switch on order for the engine preheater. Ollie wasn't sure what we wanted to do with that, so he kind of left it because we were going to put it on the relay and switch that we've got down here. So the smart switches that we've got, they've got relays on the outputs. Split Charge did all those for us, and we have a spare one. We contemplated whether we were going to put it on that switch or not, but we've decided we're probably not going to use it that often, so it doesn't warrant being on there. We'll find something much more useful to put on there. So we're going to put another switch on. We're just waiting for that to be delivered. That's going to be fitted down here, and then this is the wiring that he's left us. So I've just got to connect that up, and I said I would route the power lead for it because it's currently just in the front here. So I need to route that down the back and connect it up properly. The next bit we need to do is, he wasn't sure where we would want the thermostat for the air heater. Originally, we were probably going to put it up over here, but Ollie advised us that that would be right over the top of the hob and the oven. So it meant if we got the heating on in the winter and we're cooking on the hob would think it was hot, that the heater would think it was hot, and it would turn off. So we're going to relocate that. He's given us a longer cable to put on. This is it hanging out the cupboard. So we're going to be putting it on the end of the cupboard here. I'll probably put it at the top. I think best place for it. Do you think, Louise?
Yep.
For now. So yep, this is it. Just got to drill a hole and push it through and reconnect it. So that's what we've got from AirTech. What have we done since then?
Bathroom shelf, calorifier cupboard.
Thank you. Come on then, quick demonstration, Louise.
Calorifier cupboard.
Yep.
So we've put a door on it, and that's magneted, but we've got to change that because it's too big. And then we put a shelf in where all our shoes and everything live, but we need to cut some holes in that to let the ventilation go through, and paint it.
So we can keep our shoes aerated so they don't go smelly.
And also put the sheets and stuff possibly at the back, but haven't decided on that one yet.
Nice.
And then
While you got the door open, Louise, so Louise found some extra guide feet for the door to go into, and these are quite funky. She's cut them around the mat as well, so you don't really see them. They work quite well, don't they?
They hold it in place.
They hold it in place, yeah.
Lock it open. Yep.
So, go on then. We did this before we went to Van Life Festival, and this was really so that we could get some stuff stowed away in here. So we just some spare toilet bags and some wash bits and pieces, a bit of toilet cleaner. Shelf which we can take out if we need to get under the sink for whatever reason, which was handy, wasn't it, whilst we had the leak. We had a bit of an issue with the toilet roll where it decided to unravel itself as we were driving. That was quite entertaining, wasn't it?
It was. Yes, we forgot to put it back up while we were driving.
We did. While we were at Van Life Festival, we had a good look around the Arctic Fox, Dave's truck, and I spotted some hooks which I thought were really cool, and I thought, I know where they'll go. So we bought some. Louise has fitted them. So these are just held closed with a magnet. You push the bottom, and then they've got little grooves on them here, and that will hold our coats and things. And then these ones down here are, of course, for the dogs' leads, because they have to hang somewhere. So thanks, Dave, for showing us those, and well done, Louise, for fitting. So also, before we went to Van Life, we decided we were going to fit a step for the dogs. So this just lifts up. Louise just stuck a little bit of mat on the top, and that is just the right height for the dogs to jump up onto, and then onto the sofas. Seats, because they're part of the family and they deserve to be at home in the truck with us whenever we're in here. Yep, so this just comes down. There's a couple of catches underneath it which you clip in, and then it folds down and locks in. Out of the way, don't catch your feet on it as you walk past it. Yeah, people use these brackets for extensions to worktops and things, so we could have had one here, but A, we didn't feel we needed to extend the worktop, and B, we've got a towel rail there which you couldn't have used if you'd have had a fold down worktop on the side. So super cool idea to use for the dogs, because they would have not got up here on their own, would they?
No, they don't. They make a right 2 and 8 about it.
Faff. We had the microwave in here whilst we were away at Van Life. Worked really well, so when we're ready we will fix that in, and it will stay in there until we need to take it out again. So right now we are in the middle of making a new table.
Yep.
So we'll hang on showing you what that looks like until we've finished. It'll fix on the same way, it's just a different material. So watch this space. The plan now is we're going to put some holes in the shelf for the shelf in the calorifier cupboard. We can do that now. And we're going to
Start building
the shelves, etc., and the door cupboards and things for the Victron cupboard, as we call it. So we've come up with a little bit of a plan. We agree on it, which is always a bonus, isn't it?
It is for us.
I kind of had it up in my head for a little while, and Louise had a little bit of a plan in her head, and we just had to get them out of our heads, mash them together, come up with something we both liked and was going to work.
It works.
Yeah, and it works. So all we've got to do now is execute it. So we're going to be in the garage. It's raining. We're going to be in the garage cutting some wood and getting those mounted.
We've got 2 new controls now, haven't we?
Yeah. And Louise has ripped the display protecting things off it. That's really annoyed me. But yeah, so we've got 2 heaters, controllers. They're exactly the same. This one is for the water heater, and then this one is for the air heater. What have they spun on? I haven't set them.
They're both on green. You've turned them on. That's it. That's it.
I don't know how to use it, clearly. Louise knows how to use it more than I do. I haven't read the instructions, though, to be fair. Did you?
I did.
Right, so we've got the temperature sensors to fit, take the shelf out, put some holes in it, do stuff in the Victron cupboard. What's complicating things in here is whatever we put in, we have to be able to take out easily to be able to get to any of the Victron stuff if we ever need to. Or I need to get to the fuse box because the fuse is gone, or I need to get to the house electrics distribution board. So yeah, I need to be able to get to all of this if I need to, easily, without taking hundreds of screws out. Yeah.
We have a plan.
We have a plan. Right, enough jibber jabbering. We're going to crack on and...
Before I fall asleep.
Wake up. It's warm in here. Yep. Let's go and crack on and catch you in a bit.
Bye.
Bye. I've decided we're not very good at doing videos, recording anyway, because we've had a couple of weeks off of not really picking up the camera, haven't we? And we've now lost the habit of, when we do something, film it, or film it before, film it afterwards, or film it during. Anyway, we got loads of stuff done yesterday, which we didn't update you on. So thought I'd give you an update before we start tonight's activities. But while we're here, we've remade our little tea shelf. Should we call it a tea shelf?
Tea shelf.
We bought some nice bamboo wood, which we've seen somebody else use. We really liked it, so we thought we'd treat ourselves to a bamboo tea table. But we've also made a bigger table, which I'll put on in a minute, and you can see what that looks like. So that's what we've done recently. We've been asked to demonstrate our window blinds. So my glamorous assistant is gonna show you.
The net.
So that's the mesh net.
That will come down to halfway. And then this is the blackout blind. That then shuts the world out. But we tend to have like that most of the time, don't we?
Yeah, with the window open.
With the window
just
open.
allows the breeze through. These are actually upside down as to how you would normally have them, but we wanted them like this because we're so high up off the ground, nobody's going to be able to kind of just stroll past and look through the windows. So for us, it's not an issue having the mesh at the bottom. Plus, if we crack the window open a little bit, we get the draft coming through it. Whereas if we were to turn it around the other way, it wouldn't be as effective. So we asked for them to be put on this way.
There we go.
So there we go. That is the blinds. So what else have we been up to? See if I remember it all. So yeah, mounted the Webasto thermostat up here, and then I've routed all the wires through the cupboard, and I've actually made a decent job of it and put it in trunking. And then this bit, the trunking wasn't big enough, so that's all in Copex across the back there. But Louise is happy with that, so that's a win for me. And the board that we cut under the calorifier cupboard, we cut all the holes in that, and that's been painted. So that's all ready to go. I'm going to put another shelf in across the front here, I think, and bridge the gap as well. And then we're going to put a cupboard fixed door across the bottom, which will cover all of that up basically. And then we'll have a hinge door, probably folding down from the top. That's another project for another day. Oh, we also put some battens in the Victron cupboard. We need to call it something else soon, or do we just stick with it?
Stick with the Victron cupboard.
The Victron cupboard. So we put some battens in. They're all painted, good to go. So tonight we're going to be cutting some shelves, I think, for that. Get that all boxed in. And whilst I've been showing you the other stuff, Louise has put the table on. So this is the lovely bamboo table. There we go. So that's what we've been up to. We're cutting shelves now for the Victron cupboard.
We are.
That's this evening's activity. So hopefully, all going well, we can update you at the end of the evening. If not,
It'll be tomorrow.
it'll be tomorrow. And we failed. Catch you in a bit. A little while later, we have executed the plan.
We have.
So let's start off with the calorifier cupboard. And we've just cut an extra shelf to cover up the front part of the existing shelf that we put in. Not going to bother putting holes in it because there's plenty of gaps around the expansion tank there. So that's all ready for us to now measure up the front door for the bottom and the flip down one from the top. That's for another day. But we've cut the shelves for the Electron cupboard. We've cut the shelves for the Victron cupboard. So this bottom one is basically covering up the battery compartment, and we've left a lip at the bottom because we're going to stow the table in there when we're not using it. We'll show you that once it's done. It'll all make sense. This shelf here is at the above this board, because this board here is hinged at the bottom and there's a couple of screws in it, and when you undo those screws this board flips down, so these will probably end up sitting on this bit when we drop it down, but that's all right, because it's just to gain access to that when this flops down. So that's why we've had to do it like this, so we can gain access to it. All the shelves are going to just be loosely screwed in on the top, so if we need to get them out, it's just a couple of screws and the whole shelf will slide out, and the same with the top as well. We're going to leave the backs open so that A, we can check on what's happening with all the blue flashing lights, B, so that we can check on the DC to DC charger, and if we ever need to get to the smart switches we can operate those manually as well, and if we ever want to see what's happening on the inverter we can do that. We can also get to the consumer unit and check any fuses if we need to. We can also get to the top for the solar isolator switch, and more importantly the TV socket if we need to. So we were just test fitting some baskets in there. Happy, Louise?
Yep, very happy.
Yeah.
Be all right once it's painted?
Once it's painted. So that's next that we're going to do now. We're going to take it all out. Louise is going to do her magic with the paint, and we shall probably get it fitted tomorrow. I've got a couple more bits of battening to cut to go behind this bit to fix that too, and then I think we're going to call it for this evening.
Yep.
Agree?
Yep.
Right. That's it for tonight, guys.
Catch you later.
Bye. Evening.
Evening.
I was going to do the usual evening.
Oh.
Howdy. We've made, what do we call them, Louise?
Dog bunk beds.
Dog bunk beds. That's what we think they look like.